All right, listen up. Your salsa comes from a jar, then we need to have a serious talk. Today we're ditching the store-bought stuff and leveling up your chip dipping game with the salsa so fresh it might just slide into your DMs. My name is Rome and this is Rome's Meal Prep. If this is your first time here, please feel free to like, subscribe, and comment down below. Like I said earlier, we're going to be making my homemade salsa. This recipe's quick, it's easy, and just spicy enough to make your ex jealous. So whether you're just throwing it on tacos, scooping it with chips, or eating it by the spoonful, there's no judgment here. For the ingredient list, we're going to have some cilantro. We're going to have about 10 tomatillos. Then we're going to have a pasilla pepper, as well as a green pepper. Over here we have some limes prepped up. I actually forgot we need apple cider vinegar. So we're gonna grab some of that as well, some apple cider vinegar. That's gonna go in this recipe. We have some pre-packaged garlic that my wife loves to buy. Makes it real easy and convenient, and it lasts really long. It's a lot better than the minced jar you get at Albertsons or Safeway or whatever. Over here we still have an avocado, an onion we're gonna be chopping up. One more ingredient I forgot, sour cream. For some spices, all we're gonna use is salt and some of this Noor's bouillon, chicken bouillon. This is the secret sauce here. First thing we're gonna do is wash all of our ingredients. I'm gonna go ahead and wash everything. That needs to be washed. Wash these peppers. I chose pasilla peppers and a green pepper. You can use whatever peppers you want. If you want some spice, you can add some serranos, jalapenos, whatever floats your boat. There's no real wrong answer. Just be careful when you use too many though. For the base of this recipe, I have tomatillos. These wonderful things. They come wrapped around in their own leaves. Peel the leaf off. Give them a nice rinse. Sometimes they might have a little debris on there. Then they're good to go. Okay, so next, now that everything's all washed, move this over here. All of this is all nice and clean and washed. I'm gonna get a different plate to put all the good stuff on, because that last plate had all the dirty stuff. So everything's washed, move it over here. What I like to do with the lime is I like to roll it on the cutting board to kind of release some of the juices, and then I'm just gonna cut it. Right now I'm just gonna cut 2. Call that good for now. I'm gonna go ahead and get this bunch. Some might judge me for this, but I like to cook for convenience. So I just like pulling this little band down that holds all the cilantro together, and then I'm just gonna just cut along my knuckle and then toss the stems. You can add the stems if you want. There's nothing wrong with that. I just don't. Personal preference. Don't blow me up in the comments about it, okay? I'm gonna go ahead and get out my blender container. I'm gonna put the fresh ingredients that don't need to be roasted already in there. Now I'm gonna go ahead and chop up this onion. The thing is, we're gonna be roasting a lot of these vegetables, so you don't really need to do too much here. I'm just gonna put it into quarters. I like to just cut it as is with the layers already on. I need a better knife. Okay, I like to cut off a little bit from the opposite side of the stem, the top. Makes it a little bit easier to peel back these top layers. If this is a smaller onion, I would just chop it in half. But since this is a bigger onion, I'm gonna chop it into quarters. I left the stems on there to help keep it together, so when I put it in the pan to roast, it doesn't fall apart too easy. Next I'm gonna do, again, we already washed these. I'm gonna cut off the stems. Cut off the stems. I like to cut these in half. Long ways, hot dog style, whatever you want to call it, the long way. Right, I'm gonna go ahead and pick out some of these seeds. Go ahead and get rid of them. Get the big chunks out. Discard this. If you have compost, feel free to put them in there. Run it under water. Get some of the seeds, leftover seeds out. Go ahead and preemptively cut open this avocado here. Not bad. I like to just go ahead and chop the seed, twist, comes out. You can usually just use your knuckle. Boom, comes off the knife. If anyone else knows a better way of doing it, please let me know in the comments. I'm gonna turn on the stovetop. Okay, so now I moved all the ingredients over here. This is heated up very nicely. I'm gonna go ahead and start placing some of these onions on there. Woo, sizzling. All right, so we've already let the onions go ahead and roast a little bit. That's kind of what you want to see, that kind of caramelization. Make sure you want to get all the sides that you can. The more caramelization, the more flavor. I'm flipping it on all sides. And I'm gonna do that for not just the onions, but the tomatillos. I'm gonna do it for the peppers. And then we're gonna go ahead and put everything together. Okay, so now that I got the onions caramelized, I'm just gonna transfer these over to the cutting board, and I'm gonna start putting these peppers on. It's gonna steam a little bit, it's gonna pop, sizzle. If you need to, you could turn on your vent fan, your hood fan, if you have one. I'm gonna let these go ahead and char up, and then I'm gonna flip them. So depending on how much you char these, you may wanna take them off, right? Let them cool. Some people put them in aluminum foil, and then from there you can just let them kind of cook a little bit more internally, so everything kind of softens up on the pepper. And then you can go ahead and get like a knife. You can kind of scrape off some of that char. Me personally, I like convenience. I don't do all that. I just like to get a nice char, and then I flip, and then I put it in to the blender. Oh, if you heard that, excuse me, that's my cat Bear. She loves to have zoomies at the worst times. As much contact surface area as possible. More surface contact, the more it's gonna char. The more it chars, the more flavor. Okay, so these are looking just about done, getting charred up. For these, I'm gonna go ahead and toss straight into the blender. I know the onion I didn't, but I'm gonna put them in the blender. They're gonna go ahead and continue to cook and soften up. Again, you might not do this, but I do this. It's about convenience. Makes it real easy. From there, I'm gonna go ahead and start putting all these tomatillos on. Get a little OCD, make sure they're all facing up the same way. Okay, so now these have got a nice char. Woo! Go ahead and flip them if I can. Let's see if it looks that. Go ahead and turn this fan on. Getting a little smoky in here. Okay, so now that we got a nice char on both sides, I'm gonna go ahead and pop them straight into the blender with the cilantro, those peppers. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and move this back over here. Don't think I need this. We're gonna go ahead, take some of those stems off, the roots. Ooh, these are very soft and mushy. I'm actually just gonna use 1/2 of this onion because of how big it is. I forgot I have some of this organic garlic. I'm gonna go ahead and rinse some of this off over here. The last time I did this, all I did was wash it and toss it in. That might be controversial, but it was really good last time. It's probably gonna give you some heartburn, but that's what I'm gonna do this time. Just clean as you go, makes things much simpler, much easier. And then when you're done, you barely have anything left to do and you get to enjoy the fruits of your labor. Go ahead, get some of these stems off. We're gonna go ahead and put all this garlic in there, but we're gonna put the lime in, juice it. I like to start with 1 lime. If we need more, we got plenty. Okay. Go ahead and score up this fresh avocado. The avocado is gonna add some creaminess to it, which I personally love. Again, score, be careful not to cut through the actual skin of the avocado. Go ahead, put that in there. And you're probably thinking, oh, we should add some water. It'll help it blend better. No. Those tomatillos have a lot of juice in them, and they're gonna go ahead and do that for us. Okay, so here we are, cleaned up a little bit. I'm gonna put this on its base. I'm gonna add, I don't know, a good portion's worth of apple cider vinegar. This is gonna assist the lime, some freshness, some brightness, some acidity. Again, I know we put some avocado in here, but I'm gonna go ahead and put in some of this sour cream. Probably like 2 spoonfuls worth. That was a big first scoop, so I'm gonna put that little bit in there. Pour just a little bit of this. Nor chicken bouillon. Go ahead and sprinkle that in there. Use this, less is more. It's a lot of salt in this, so just sprinkle it in there. I kind of use it in substitution of salt. I have the salt in there in case I want to use it. I'm gonna go ahead and blend this up. Tasting for salt, for acidity, for just everything. It's sweet, it's smoky, it's garlicky. It's very good. I'm actually gonna go put those onions in. I let this blend for a good amount of time. I want things to be homogeneous, very well mixed, incorporated together. So you have kind of a uniform flavor with every single bite. You get a little bit of everything. Maybe a little bit of salt. Again, you don't want to go overboard. No, I'm not even gonna do salt. I think it's perfect the way it is. And that's it. That's how you make my homemade salsa. My family loves it. My wife loves it. This thing goes so quickly in this household. I made some 2 days ago, and the whole batch is already gone. I made it Sunday, today's Tuesday as I'm filming this, and people just love it. It's just in and out. Go ahead and grab some of my favorite chips. Take a little dip. All right. This is amazing. This is one of my favorites. Everyone loves it. Go ahead, try it. Let me know how it goes for you. Let me know what you think. If you have anything that you would change, or any suggestions or comments, let me know in the comments. Feel free to put down your favorite recipes for salsa. Let me know what you guys like. And if you have any ideas for the next video, please let me know. Other than that, this is Rome with Rome's Meal Prep. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.